Hello, my name is Ritik Chanchalani, and today I'll be presenting the connection between Waterloo's co-op advantage and successful corporate strategies used today. So today I'll be first presenting the purpose of this project, then I'll go into some of the advantages that Waterloo Co-op has, and then I'll go to the successful strategies that Apple uses. Apple is a large corporation used for mobiles, which is very common today. Then I'll be examining the connection between these business strategies and Waterloo's co-op advantage. Then I'll have my conclusion, and I'll end off with my references. So why did I choose this project? Well, as the world has continued to evolve, more and more universities have started to incorporate co-op into their education. Co-op has become a standard across Canada, with more than 90% of Canadian universities offering co-op in some way or form. Throughout the years, most universities have started to offer more flexible co-op programs, usually starting from 8 months and having the option of 12 or 16-month co-ops. This is a very common thing now, and a lot of jobs have started requiring a minimum of 8-month or 12-month co-ops so they can keep interns as long as possible. Waterloo has stuck to its mandatory co-op program. Even though it has one of the largest co-op programs in the world, it has still stuck to this 4-month co-ops, which has limited actually some of the job prospects as there's these new regulations for minimum 8 months. So I want to show in this presentation why this 4-month co-op actually has a lot of advantages compared to the 8-month co-op, and how these advantages not only help us as engineers, but help us as major corporations, help major corporations succeed. Today I'll be focusing on Apple. Apple is a major tech corporation, which is the leader of the mobile market. This market is very versatile, and to be ahead in this market is very difficult. For Apple to sustainably be ahead for the past decade is very impressive. And I want to analyze some of the things that Apple is doing that relates to some of the strategies we learned from Waterloo Co-op. So first I'll be talking about the advantage of Waterloo Co-op. The advantage of Waterloo Co-op is because of the 4-month period, you have a lot more work terms and a lot more application time. Throughout the application periods, you have to learn a lot of time management because at the same time, you are forced to do your course load, your extracurriculars, and your co-op applications. This is because of the 4 months work and 4 months co-op, 4 months school, 4 months co-op. As you keep doing this, you keep going through the same period and you have to keep improving your time management and developing this skill. This is very important, as we'll see later on that many major corporations, such as Apple, use it today. Also, this co-op strategy also ensures that your communication is strong. You have to, because you're going through this co-op application period again and again, you have to have multiple interviews. And again, in these interviews, you have to explain your full life story in a very concise manner that keeps your interviewer interested. At the same time, you have to work on many different teams. Because you're going to many different co-ops, you often won't be at the same job. And as you work with more teams, you have to join a team that's already been on this project for a long time. You have to be able to communicate with them, make sure that you guys are on the same page and you're working constructively with the team and not destructively. These skills are highlighted in Waterloo's co-op because of the multiple work terms and because they have 4 months compared to the longer 8-month or 12-month periods, which limits the number of work terms. So now Apple's strategies for success. Apple, as we said before, is a major tech company, and they have developed some strategies to ensure that they're always ahead of the competition and always creating the best product possible, and thus keeping increasing their growth. Apple is a company that always starts its project development 2 years before the release date. Because of this 2-year time, they are allowed to plan every step of their product and make sure that everything is prototyped, developed properly, and planned before any true development starts. This also allows a lot of time for the product to be troubleshooted of all errors before release, ensuring that the best product comes to market when it's released. And this ensures that Apple can make everything sleek and as nice as possible to the best quality possible. This 2-year period is very important to ensure that they keep this step ahead of their competitors and aren't crushed for time when the release date comes close. Apple also uses another strategy to ensure that they stay connected and they stay within their business. They like to network and make partnerships with a lot of smaller companies to ensure that they can get the advantages and the skills that these smaller companies have developed and grow to their arsenal of skills. By increasing the number of partnerships with other technology companies, Apple is able to grow their tech area from just phones to eventually home pods, Apple Watches, headphones, etc., etc. They also ensure that partnerships are very easy to do. And even with their software, they make it very easy for apps to join. By doing this, they make sure that a lot of apps are able to join the Apple software and App Store so that Apple can keep growing and ensure that more and more developers keep joining Apple's very easy to integrate iOS system. This all has kept Apple ahead of its competitors and kept it on the top of this very versatile mobile technology market. So now the connection between these two. Well, Apple's starting 2 years earlier strategy actually correlates back to a skill that's unique that University of Waterloo develops because of the multiple work terms, and that's forward planning and time management. This is very important, as we saw earlier. And as you can see, these are very coinciding because starting 2 years earlier allows the company to manage its time and make sure that they're not scrambling at the last second. This is also similar with the networking and partnerships, which comes down to a concise, clear, and simple communication that they keep with all of their investors, all of their partnerships, and all of their developers. By keeping a simple, clear, and concise communication, these networks are able to grow at a much faster rate and makes it much more easy for partners to join and to help Apple grow and become a better technology company. So in conclusion, we see that Waterloo's co-op system doesn't just help create employees. It creates more than just employees. It creates innovators. And these innovators can go on to create businesses or even help other businesses grow their skill set. Waterloo's co-op is not limited to just the experience you learn in that 8 months. These soft skills that you learn from Waterloo co-op are much bigger than that. And they will help us succeed in our future careers and future endeavors. As Steve Jobs once said, the goal is to help create things that make a difference and not just get the job done. The University of Waterloo's co-op embodies this and makes people that make a difference and aren't just employees. They're creators and innovators that will lead the future. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and here are my references. Thanks.